Hi, there is a good reason why I selected this picture. I will explain later in this video, so keep watching. Sign verb is used when there is a change of location. If the verb expresses a change of location, for example, fahren, to drive. Gehen, to go, meaning to go, gehen verb to gehen. Schwimmen, to swim. I will give you a list of all the verbs and we will see in detail some sentences as well. So second condition is verbs that imply a change of state. For example, if you go to sleep, you are not doing any change of location, but your state is getting changed. Einschlafen, the verb einschlafen, to go to sleep. And similarly, when you wake up, it will also use sign verb. And other examples are the verb sign. Whenever the sign will be used, you have to use the sign, and bleiben, to stay, and werden. And haben is whenever all these three conditions are not possible, you will use haben. So maybe I'll show some sentences, it will be much easier for you. So change of location. So Emma is gestern 3 Stunden geschwommen. So Emma swim for 3 hours yesterday. So there is an swimming action and change of location. Due to swimming, she's moving from one location to another location. So there is change of location. So the verb that you have to use is sign verb. So here it is conjugated and used as ist. Geschwommen is swimming. So let's see one more example for change of state. Leonardo is by the Arbeit eingeschlafen. So he's already sleeping. There is no change of location. You are staying in same location, but there is a change of state within you. So that because of that reason, you have to go for sign, not haben. So Leonardo is by the Arbeit eingeschlafen is correct. Leonardo has fallen asleep at work is the meaning in English. So sein, bleiben, werden, they also use sign verb. For example, if you want to say he stayed at home, in German you will say ist zu Hause geblieben. So he stayed at home. So you don't use haben. So I'll make this much easier, this case much easier to remember, how to remember. For other two things you have change of location or change of state. So the easiest way is coming back to the picture. So whenever you want to say I want to become something or to become, werden, there are many places where you will use to become, werden. Then you have to use sign. So here in einem Jahr werde ich wie Rock sein. Meaning is in 1 year I will be like rock, or I would like to be like rock. So werden, whenever you use werden in the sentence, it will go together with sign and not haben. So now we have learned sign in detail. So the opposite of this, whenever sign is not possible, or if it is not coming under three conditions what we have seen, then you will go for haben. For example, in English, wherever you have to use have, right, the literal meaning is have. Wir haben letzte Woche 5 Kamele gesehen. So here there is no change of location. Sehen, gesehen is to see. So that the actual meaning is last week we saw 5 camels. Other way of saying is last week we have seen 5 camels. So haben is to have. So you could understand there is no change of location, there is no change of state. So haben is used. Ich habe gestern gearbeitet. So I have worked. Yesterday is the real meaning. So here again there is no change of location and there is no change of state. This is a little bit confusing. Some of you might be saying, yeah, I worked, there is some change of state, but haben is the correct one. So don't go very literally too much into these conditions. Over time you will be able to remember this and you will forget all these rules and you will be able to say exactly in this sentence haben, or that is the most correct one compared to sign. By end of this video, I will also give you some list of verbs. Sometimes it might be confusing, so better to remember them. So let's see one more example. Habt ihr schon gegessen? Have you eaten already? So again, eating, there is no change of state and there is no change of location. So you have to use haben. Let's see list of verbs that take SEIN. SEIN ist gewesen. Gehen ist gegangen. Gehen is to go. So whenever you go from one location to another location. Laufen. Laufen is to run. So you also, when you're running, there is a change of location. So ist SEIN verb is used. When I say ich bin gelaufen, er, sie, es ist gelaufen. So that's a reason. Fahren. Fahren is to drive. Again, change of location, ist gefahren. Kommen is to come. SEIN verb. It will, because whenever you come, there is you are moving from one location to come to another location. Bleiben. Bleiben is to stay. Even though you are staying at one place, it will be SEIN will be used. So please do remember. And one more thing to remember is geboren. Geboren is always SEIN verb. Ist geboren is correct one, or SEIN. Bin geboren. Ich bin geboren. So never say ich habe geboren. Then it is totally wrong. So please do remember these verbs. Geblieben is a little bit confusing because to stay there is no change of location, but still it takes SEIN. So list of verbs will help you. Let's see another list of verbs that will be taken by HABEN. We already saw SEIN, gehen, laufen, fahren, kommen, bleiben, and geboren. All are SEIN. The list of verbs for haben is, whenever there is a haben, then of course you have to go for haben. Geben. Geben is to give. So given, there is no change of location and there is no change of state. Kaufen. Kaufen is to buy. So even though there is an action attached to buying, but there is no change of location and state. Kaufen. Essen, to eat. You have to use haben together. Glauben is to believe. Even to believe, there is no change of location and state. It might be confusing if you think too much about change of state and to believe. But remember, haben is the correct one. Bringen. Bringen is to bring. Even though it looks like you are bringing something, it doesn't mean there is a change of location here. So haben is the correct one. Lernen. So you are learning. That also has haben.